We're talking about the books directed toward the consumer, those suffering or dealing with persisting pain. So who are these books intended for?
They're for patients. And so, probably the one that we get the most requests for is the Why You Hurt book. Just this idea of understanding more about a human's pain experience. Now, the interesting thing, Jason, about books is, it doesn't apply to everybody. I've had people mail me the book back. This is a bunch of nonsense. You should have your license revoked. The good news is for every one of those, there's, hundreds of letters coming to, thank you so much. Now I understand what's going on. So it's a very passive strategy, but that's the idea is, can we take this knowledge and get it out to where a person with, say, no major medical training can sit, read the book, go, wow, that makes sense. And that's it. If it makes sense, like, wow, oh, wow, that's maybe what's happening. And maybe it starts a conversation when they do come see you in the clinic. I'm reading this book, and then you connect and say, oh, yeah, really cool. So we have books specifically, primarily for chronic pain, because that's the complex ones we deal with. But that's where they started. By the way, when they started in research, we were building research projects as ways to explain to people how it works as a take-home message after we work with them, and they became the books. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are there any patients, the patient type, that the books really aren't appropriate or intended for?
I mean, yeah, I hope a high school volleyball player who had just sprained her ankle today doesn't read the book, because it wouldn't help her any. I mean, the book has no value really for an acute nociceptive tissue-based state. It's for people definitely with chronic pain. I would also caution, books are helpful, and they should be a part of the equation. I'm not sure I've really seen a lot of literature where somebody reads a book and then ta-da, I'm pain free. That's not how it works. It's a piece of a puzzle. And so they're primarily designed for people with chronic pain, people that have had struggles, that have been everywhere. Nothing's really helped them. They want to understand this model. But yeah, you're more acute. You sprained your ankle, you just had an ACL injury. We do have surgery books that people are using preoperatively, postoperatively, but the environments are highly stress inducing. So we want to calm them down. That's a good question. I've never thought of it really, but I would say, yeah, if you just sprained your ankle or whatever, you probably don't need the book.
Hear the entire episode for free on iTunes, Spotify, other favorite podcast players, or go to mechanicalcareforum.com.